As a club, it was very much all about youth. And it wasn't just, get them down, go for a paddle. It was really about personal development and watching them grow.
The stuff I've been seeing is the barrier of the water quality being bad is stopping our young people from going on the water. We have a cohort of kids that come to Leaside to do paddling, and it's bad for us to have to tell them that we can't go on the water, we can't do this activity because of the water quality.
Having a healthy, thriving, safe River Lea is not a nice to have for us. It is absolutely at the core of us as an organisation. It's what we do every day. It affects our, everything that we can provide for this community.
I grew up sailing on clean water, learning how to kayak and roll in the water and to be safe in water. A lot of children in Hackney will never learn to swim, no matter how many opportunities we try and lay on across all our leisure centres, across the reservoir. Opportunities like this, can you imagine if they can just come and swim freely in this river? It is the dream that we are all behind, I have to say.
Our city is being built around our rivers, right? It's how people trade, it's how people got around. And for too long, we've just accepted it to be that way.
For me, I've got a 9-year-old son. I have to think, do I want him to go out there? He does, he enjoys it, but he's not getting the enjoyment that I got when I started here. So I think that's a big impact on this and what I want to see improve for the next generation coming through to Leaside.
We as an organisation manage those risks for those young people, but what we need to be asking, I guess, is what is the impact of that on a generation of young people? Because we know that they've got a tough gig right now. They're anxious, they're worried about the economy, they've got climate anxiety, and in all of those situations, we should be saying that being out in nature is the solution. Being out in nature is good for you, it's good for your health, it's good for your progression, it's a challenging space, it's a place to take risks. And yet we are sort of insulating more and more from the potential of getting ill.
Luckily, in this section of the Lea, we have a plan that came out last year. So that is in a really good position, and we have a whole map and list of projects to deliver. So we're in a really good place.
Looking at working in partnership together, it is something that together we can make a change. And I don't know quite how either, I don't have all the answers, but I feel a bit more positive after today.
We're going to try and get rid of floating pennywort. The aim is to eradicate it. We've got a strategy, we're getting there, and who knows, we'll get rid of it soon, won't we?
Yes.
We will, yeah.
We need the sort of large contractor scale of removal, but we also need all of us getting out there on the canoes and on our boats and actually removing them. And I think we need to attack it on all levels.
All the water that comes out of Haringey contributes to the problems that you as users of the river here have. And I think what we've got to do is really strengthen the infrastructure in Haringey to say, we may not be able to see our rivers, but that doesn't absolve us as residents.
It's really easy to get disheartened by the quality of rivers, sewage pollution, all of those sort of issues that are critically important and clearly we need to get on top of. Absolutely. No disputing that whatsoever. But I think what we've seen today and what I get to see every single day in my role working on the Lea and the Brent and Crane as well in North London is the number of community organisations that are coming together to try and say enough is enough. We need to do something about this and to do it a bit better.
But what we're not managing to do is make the water clean. So it's really upsetting to feel that, we're doing all this wonderful nature recovery. We've got beavers, we've got, all these small mammals on that we're reintroducing on Hackney marshes and so on. But yet you can't do a flipping tumble turn in the water in your canal. You should be able to do that. I was able to do that as a kid.
We have some means on how to help you, and I guess my plea to all of you is I know you already have ideas on what we can do, and I know often the difficulty for a lot of organisations around here today is actually having, you know, like having people like us listen to you and actually backing and supporting your ideas. So please, it doesn't matter how micro your intervention or project may be, please pitch it, because I actually think that it's all of those smaller things that come together that make a bigger difference.
What I really liked today, because it was like my first time kayaking, and it was just like really fun, because like we didn't really know what we were doing, so we just like went with the flow, and I really enjoyed it, and like it was just fun and funny at the same time.
I really enjoyed today because it was a really fun day and I've never gone kayaking before. But when Kira splashed me with the water, it was really cold, but it was kind of really fun because we got to know what directions we went, and yeah.
This is my first time kayaking. Yeah, first time. It was very fun, but very hard as well.
Surprisingly, nobody capsized, which was a major thing that I was scared of falling over. And I surprised myself because I didn't think I would have done as well as I did.